Well, from bobsledding to track and field, Phylicia George is a dual Olympian who knows exactly what Team Canada is feeling right now as they gear up for what could be the biggest competition of their lifetime. And guess what? Phylicia George joins us from Paris. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for joining. I know you've been in Paris for a few days now, and it's a different role for you this time around because you can breathe a bit of a sigh of relief, very different from you not competing in the games. You know, we have a lot to talk about today, but where do you think the athletes' heads are at right now, days before the games begin?
Yeah, I mean, right now it's all about staying focused and staying away from distractions, probably staying away from social media, and just staying comfortable.
Yeah, I love that. And how comfortable are you right now in a different position today? You know, you're not competing, but listen, you're a dual Olympian and a bronze medalist. You've done quite a bit. Where's your head at now?
Yeah, it's so interesting getting here. I was like, I almost feel like I'm kind of at home at an Olympics. Like this is going to be my fourth Olympics, obviously in a different capacity. But I'm so super excited to be here. There's just it's magical, and so I just love that. I love being here, the world coming together, and I'm so excited for our athletes to be competing and doing all these amazing things.
Yeah, I know you've had a lot of conversations with many of the athletes. Is there anyone we should keep an eye on just from you that you've been watching?
I mean, track in Canada is going to be electric, and I think we have a lot of medals that are going to be lined up. And so I might be a little biased, but track and field in general.
It's always my favorite to watch. There's so much excitement. Listen, I love the summer games are always fun, but something about track is, as you said, electric. You are also working with Ancestry DNA. This is something really cool that I want to talk about because there are genetic traits when it comes to an athlete. Let's explain what the work is that you're doing.
Yeah, they have this really cool program, and now you can test your performance traits, and you can see, you know, the traits that maybe make you a great athlete. And so for me, it was actually kind of cool, you know, finding out some of these traits that I was like, wow, maybe I really was just born to do this sprinting thing and being an athlete. Like I had some stuff where it was like one of my traits was taking risk or trying new things. And, you know, being a summer and a winter Olympian, trying out bobsleigh, I was like, oh, that makes total sense now.
But I love this transition, and we've actually talked in the past, Phylicia, throughout your career. I don't know if you remember or not. We went back into our archives and we're like, oh yes, Phylicia George. We have talked to many a times here with City TV. Yeah. But to make that transition and to go back and forth, how difficult is it to do, you know, train summer, train winter?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was super challenging. I gained like 20 pounds to do it. But again, I love challenging myself in new ways. One of the traits that I had was determination on that as well. So it took a lot of determination. It took a lot of focus. It took a lot of self-discipline, all the things you think of as, you know, being an athlete. But it was, you know, it was worth it. I won a bronze medal, so I can't complain.
I love it. You are a hometown hero for us here in the Toronto area. There are a lot of young boys and girls that are going to be watching the games. They look up to you so much and to all of these athletes. Do you have any words of advice for anyone who's watching and wants to compete down the road?
I mean, just, you know, really, I always talk about, you know, having a fire inside of you. And so I just always say, you know, going for that thing that you feel inside of you and working towards that dream.
I love that. Short and sweet. Phylicia George joining us in Paris. Thank you so much. Have a great time.
Thanks.